Ah, sweet man.
Hans,
Hey, dude,
hey,
what's
what's
up?
happening?
Just in Mexico City, drinking some kefir natural milk, or yogurt milk, like you like, and finishing up
Damn,
some blueberries. Yeah, I found a cool local market here that had it, and just
that
take,
sounds great.
yeah, man, taking care of myself. But I just want to check it, kind of call you because I just had like one of those weird experiences with a girl where you just fall for him and you just feel shit like real deep, and then when it doesn't work out or they walk away, it just hits you hard. And I talked to Sean yesterday, and he kind of we joked about it, and he kind of helped me see things more clearly. But like you're kind of like the grand master on that.
What? Yeah, you gotta. What's the deal? How long do you know her? Not very long, right?
No, it was just like it was interesting. Like I met her. I think the first day I was first full day, or maybe second day I was here in Mexico City, and we just hit it off the park right off the bat. It was fun, light, easy, great sex, just having a total blast together. And then she went away to see her family for a couple days, came back, and then we've spent like pretty much like 2 3 days or 3 nights in a row just hanging out, going around town, fucking having a great time. We did shrooms together. That was fun, but also interesting. But then it got like really like serious, and I think I got like real emotional with it, like pretty quickly. And then Monday, I had like a day where I was gonna change, kind of change hotels, and I couldn't get my the place I wanted to book an Airbnb till Tuesday. So she's like, "Hey, you can sleep at my place for the night." I'm like, "All right, no problem." And then that was a day where she just went like 180, ice cold, stopped, didn't like want to touch me or anything. And I should have fucking, because I know it, I should have just like, "Oh, hey, I gotta go," and left, but I just didn't. I kind of just stayed there and just felt it all. And it was miserable. And then the next day,
Any idea what she was thinking? Did she give you any idea?
yeah, so, I mean, it's a lot, but basically, when her and I first met up, like we were just having it was like fun, light, easy. I'm like totally cool, confident, just grooving, and and then it got, I think because of the shrooms we did together, it brought up a lot of like emotional shit, and there was some like, and I think I basically. Well, I'll tell you what happened. She was giving me a massage on Sunday night, and all of a sudden, when she was there rubbing my legs, my whole body just started fucking like shaking. And I don't know what it was, man, but it was like I felt like from the shrooms as well, like it brought up some trauma or something like that from my childhood. Body keeps a score kind of stuff. And
Yeah.
I know she could see that, and she was like, she was trying to be like sweet and comforting about it, but that after that night, it just changed. And like the next morning, we didn't have sex right away, and the whole day didn't. And she kind of could tell needed some space, and so I gave it to her. I went to the gym, I did my thing, but it was just never the same after that. And then Tuesday, whenever I was like grab my shit out of her place to go check in my new place, um, the vibe was just so fucking weird, and like she wasn't saying it but I could tell, I knew, I could feel it, that it was like over, and and not just like, oh hey, let's go do our own thing, it was like, nah, like it wasn't there anymore, and so I was gonna just leave, just kind of cool, like, all right, hey, I'll see you later. But then I don't know, for some reason I was like, I don't like this like gray area because I kind of want to know what it is. So I went back in there and I was like, hey, in case I never see you again, and I just like grabbed her and kissed her, and uh, and then she's just like, ugh, um, I am just not really emotionally available or something right like that right now, and so I think she could tell like I was connecting with her deeply, and she pulled back, which was pretty much how it felt. Like we had a really great time, everything was good. It definitely got, I think, to be quite honest with you, Paul, it got more like deeper than it should have been so fast because of being back in Mexico and like reflecting on the love I lost before and like accepting that. But then there's a part of me that wanted to like recreate or find a new thing that would make this place feel great.
No,
Uh,
the problem is so simple. Is
yeah,
that you spend too much time with her.
yeah,
That's the only problem.
yeah.
You should never do that. Don't do that.
Okay.
You know, Yeah, like if you meet a new chick and everything's going great, you have a good time, leave,
Yeah.
and then just meet her once a week or 5 days or whatever. It's like you met her and then you stayed with her every day, and it was this intense thing, every minute of every day until you essentially broke up, right?
Yeah, and it got
it's not.
yeah.
It's
Go ahead.
nothing deep. It's just that you can't do that. Like I don't do that.
Mm.
Like I'll meet a chick, then we'll get intimate, and then that'll be it that day. We'll leave. I'll leave or whatever. Then I'll send her a message, like a nice message at night. I might even do a quick call, or just a quick one. Just say, hey, thinking about you. I can still smell your hair or something, whatever. And then just go to sleep. And then she's gonna want to meet right away, but I'll just be like, I'm busy. Your biggest message is like you work online and you're busy. That's your main thing. Is you're a busy guy. You got a lot going on. You'd love to meet her, but you're so busy. Your work. You gotta plan this thing, write a new business plan for this, and you gotta do a call for that, and then just let her wait and let her build it up, and then you meet her, everything's good. You're gonna have a great time, and then after that, just have her come to wherever you are. Don't go out to big dates anymore. Just like she comes over, maybe after you have sex, then you go out.
Mm-hmm.
And you gotta get back. I like when it's easier for me if she comes over, because then if she doesn't, then it's easy to then I just continue doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me at all. Like no time is wasted. I'll call another girl,
Yeah.
or I'll do work, or I'll go do something. So I'd rather they do all the commuting, So I'll just let them commute to me, and then if they're late, I really don't care. Like most guys, they get really upset. I don't care at all, because like I basically allotted that time for her. If she doesn't respect my time, and if it does bother me for some reason, then it's no good reason to be with her. I'm not going to change her. So I just schedule another girl to come over, right? And then eventually she'll figure it out and say, oh shit, I wasn't respecting it. What did I do wrong? You say, well, you basically were just kind of, I like you and everything, but what you were doing is you were like not respecting my time, and you were doing this. And I just don't like that. So I just won't put up with that. So I still like you and everything, and then she'll be like, okay, I'll never do that again. And then she comes over, and then, everything works out. But you got to give that time off, because girls love you the most when they're not with you.
Yeah, totally.
So they're building that feeling, right? Like never just like go straight into this deep thing, unless you have to, like you're traveling or whatever. But generally, no.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that makes total sense. And it worked out kind of that way at the start, where we went out together, had a great time, took her back to my place, we fucked, and then the next day she went on a trip, and so there was like a nice 2-3 day break. So then we met again. It was like just easy, fun, great time again, lots of sex.
I think 2-3 days too short, man. I would drag it out.
Okay.
Yeah, 5, 6.
Even if you're only in like in a
really,
place for like
girls, they start smoking, like smoldering with heat, ready to get back together, and then it explodes, and then everything's good. Right? Let the girl like kind of smolder. You ever start a fire with leaves, if you ever start a fire with leaves,
yeah,
no matches, right? Like let's say there was a fire last night, and then you dig in and there's still kind of warm dirt or something, and then you put the leaves down there and you try to blow on them, and you kind of like don't do much to it, let it smolder, put the leaves on there, make sure the wind is blocked, let it kind of smolder, and then like gently come in and blow it, and then like if you get a spark, then it just like just goes up. So let them kind of smolder and explode. So I generally give them a week off, generally. And then if they want to be with me more, they got to earn it to be my number one girl, right? So then, I don't just give a weekend to some girl. Like they got to earn it. That they prove they're good girls, right? And then once they're like the number one girl, then I'll take them on weekends and everything. And then the minute they do anything, they're number 2 now or 3, right? So I'll switch. And then they'll know I'm going on a weekend with somebody, right? So they'll be like really like, fuck, I want to be on that weekend with that guy, And then they'll be thinking about you when you're not there. and they'll be like, I gotta beat this other bitch,
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because you, yeah, you just it was all wrong because you spent too much time with her right off the bat, first day, and then you guys did shrooms, and so that's even more intimacy. Like all the
Yeah, it was
all
like
the
way too intimate,
all,
too soon,
all
too
the magic
much.
is gone from her.
Oh
Like girls
yeah.
are not like us. You got to let them kind of have their internal world.
Oh, dude. Okay.
So that's why you don't get married, because there's no ability to do that. So they can't love you basically
They'll
if
always
you
end up,
marry them.
but yeah, the thrill's gone.
Yeah, it's just there's no way.
Fuck.
The only way
Okay.
they ask any girl, she'll tell you, I love the guy when he's not with me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right, and yeah, I totally agree with that, and because that's basically what it was like. It was like we had I don't know maybe 4 amazing days together, and then it was like that's it, and like too much time together, and then it was two things. One, I noticed I was having so much fun with her. That I was just like, yeah, let's keep going. But two, I could tell she was pushing for that and wanted to spend as much time with me as possible. And
Yeah,
then,
but that doesn't matter.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm just saying, kind of like, and then it
of
was just
course.
maybe my weakness to be like, oh, okay, yeah, why not? Because it's right here and I'm having fun. I wasn't thinking like, even more so if you like her, like then you have to be very. No, he's good.
Yeah, next thing you know, yeah, like Brandon says, you're married if you're not married, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. So stupid.
just go in, like just be like busy, say, oh, I'd love to meet you. It's always work, right?
Yeah.
So much work to do, man. I'm not, what kind of guy do you want? Do you want a guy who's going to do better in life? Or do you want a guy who's always free, right? So be like, oh, I want a guy who's kicking ass. That's me, man. Yeah, great plan. It's selling castles in the sky. You're selling. That's what you're doing. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
And then you don't
cool.
have to worry about the deep stuff. Like
Yeah,
the
yeah, because I was like overthinking the whole thing. Because I knew I
yeah.
made like mistakes in this. I'm like, all right, because everything was fun, everything was great, and then it just was like literally over, and that abruptness felt really shitty. But at the same time, yeah, I figured I was kind of like, I figured you would be able to just clearly just point me in the right direction, so I could just make the
And it's
adjustments
just
that I
too
need
much
to.
time together.
Okay.
And the other thing too is you didn't make her earn it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You earned your job right now, right? You got the major MC job now, right?
Yeah.
Before you were like the go-getter guy. Now you earned it, so you feel good about it. If they would have just said, "Hey, do this," here's your job, you wouldn't have felt like, what I mean. Now you beat that other fucker, right? And he's gone now, right? And now you earned it, right? So you got a good feeling about that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Same as when you work out or whatever. The girls are the same way.
Mm. Mm. Interesting. Do you
You give it too easy, and then it's like, no, you're totally on the wrong track. Because if you give it to them too easy and they don't earn it, then there's nothing you can do in the future.
Oh yeah.
Like it sabotages everything.
Okay.
Cause it's like next time, like you got a chick, like call right away before even like anything happens, and then I can help you, guy. Once you see that, you're smart. So once you see the pattern, you'll be like, I get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 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 I feel like I was like crash coursing myself on another one. Like the thing is frustrating, and maybe this is just how it takes. It's like I know these things, or I hear you say these things. I'm like, okay, yeah, and then I just get into a situation and I don't do it.
No, but all you got to do is call. Like I'll just guide you through it once.
Oh, okay.
And then you'll understand. See, right now you don't quite understand yet. That's
Okay.
why you're frustrated. It's
Okay.
not you're not dumb, you're not lazy. You just don't quite. You're like, how would I do it? What would I? I'll show you exactly step by step. Like, okay, now don't answer that call. Hey, don't answer that call. Don't do that. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Let's do that on the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
Fuck
not
yeah.
always available. You're busy.
Yeah.
Like my ex, one time she came to Thailand to meet me, right?
Uh-huh.
And then we boned and everything, and then she said, "I'm going down to see this dog shelter or whatever in Phuket," and I was like, I was kind of bummed, to be honest, because she had come to see me and everything. And then all of a sudden, I didn't know she was going to go down there. And of course, she wanted me to go, but I'm like, no, I didn't plan on going. I'm not going. And then she's like, yeah, I'm going to go down there. And then she called me right away when she got down there. So say she called me at 5 o'clock. I didn't answer because I'm like, we were just together for 3 days, right?
Yeah.
And so I didn't answer. So she called back. She called like 150 times that night. She didn't sleep a wink. She came up the next day. Her hair's all messed up. She's been crying all night. And then I was just like, I knew this girl's like dangerous, but I knew I did the right thing on that one time, right? Because I didn't give in. She's like, why didn't you answer my call? We just spent all day, in bed and everything. And I said, well, you went down there. You left, you went down there. I give you the right to do that. You have a right to go wherever you want. I was doing my thing here,
Ah, yeah.
Like, we were together for 3 days, a long fucking time, And then she looked at me and she was like, she never knew a guy who didn't want to be with her every second.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why she wanted to have a kid with me. She's like, this guy can resist me, She was pretty hot, right? And it was good sex and everything. Yeah. I think so. Anyway. Yeah, it's all fun. Yeah. So like that was the thing. It's like right off the trained her right off the bat. So basically you're training her. So this is, I'll send you my video, How to Train Women. It got taken down because some women's group complained. It's one of my best videos.
Yeah, send me the good shit, man.
I'll upload it into Unblackmailable. I'll send it to everybody.
Yeah, can you actually send me that Unblackmailable collection, whatever you have? I don't know if I ever got that from you. Or if I...
okay, I'll send you that. I'll send you the whole... And I'll upload the other one, and I'll send you that.
Okay. Do you send it to me through like an email or through like Telegram?
Just send Telegram.
Okay.
It's just YouTube unlisted links.
Perfect. Yeah, that way I can get my shit straightened out.
Yeah. Because right now you didn't know that you were doing, in a sense, everything wrong because you kind of have to build everything from scratch to properly train them. Like you really have to think different. I'll guide you through it. That maybe we can do like a public video about it a little bit, because I did one before and I thought it was great, but then this women's group complained and got taken down. Yeah.
I got a good one. It's honest too. They always want to capture me. And the way to be honest about it is to just say, hey, every time I'll end up in a relationship and not even know how it happened. I'll be living together before I know it. I want to be single for a while. So no matter what, for 1 year, I'm going to be single, no matter what. And then they know that other women are competing and you're being honest and they'll compete harder. And that way you always have an excuse.
I do it differently. And I thought about it a lot. Most of my friends are like that. They tell the girls, what I do it differently. But I'm honest also. So for example,
They can't complain. No women's group, nothing.
Now what I'll do is I will let them leave stuff in my room. So pink panties, makeup, long hair in the bed. And then I'll deny it. Okay. So I'll tell them all the only one, but then they see girl stuff all over my house. So they know, and they're like, this rascal, right? This fucking rascal. They love it. They love it. It's like, it totally turns them on. And then they leave something, right? So because they know the other girl left, like her makeup near all the cleaning stuff under the sink, right? And then it sparks their kind of competition, right, for the other. But there's two ways you can do it. Depends on what works for you.
What about when you're traveling all the time, like me? Should I like start collecting them and just put them in the closet wherever I go?
There's other ways, like online and stuff.
Oh, okay.
But basically, like it's basically I take the path of it wasn't me, that rap song.
Yeah.
That's me. It wasn't me.
Yeah.
It's like she catches me boning another chick, and it wasn't me. I saw you on the bathroom floor. It wasn't me. And I just deny it right in her face. And they frustrate them. And they end up like playfully hitting me on the shoulder, like, because they're like, this guy never gives in.
Yeah. Okay.
But at the same time, I know,
It's like showing up with lipstick on,
Yeah.
perfume,
Yeah.
hair messed up, and
Yeah.
when she gets to the floor, you say, "Yeah, and you're next."
Well, I won't do the next, but like they'll complain because I'll say, "Oh, you didn't wash your dick off. You want me to suck it?" And I'll say, "Well, I don't know what you're talking about. Just suck it." So there's two schools, and most people choose telling the girls, and that's what like Owen Cook does. He always. But I think my way's better. I think my way's the old school. I learned it from the old school guys. Try it. See how it goes for you.
Okay.
You got to be playful though. You got to be fucking playful. You can't be serious. Like you can't be gaslighting. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You're not
Yeah.
gaslighting. You're not tricking them. You're just like, at the end of the day, you don't owe it to them. They're not fucking truth serum for you.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell them anything. It's none of their business.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just you don't owe them anything. They don't owe you anything. You know, the only thing that you can decide if you want to be with them, they can decide if they want to be with you, but you don't owe them anything, right? You know, not until you make a commitment, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Which is why you
So
don't.
as long as you know that, they'll know that too, and they'll be like, "This guy's pretty fucking high value." Because I'm always ready for them to walk. Like that girl, she was totally in love with me. She flew to Thailand. She was pretty hot. You know, she had money.
You're going to be tied to a dog show.
Nah. Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
I wasn't going to go. Like, I just,
Yeah.
yeah, like, I'm not going to fly there and we're going to end up renting a hotel and spend. We'll go to Terminal 21. We'll eat at Terminal 21. You know what I mean? We'll eat at my street food girl. I know, you know what I mean? When I go on vacation, I want to go with, like, Adam or one of my friends, right? Jason, you know, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Mike. Yeah. Then we go and we have a great time, you know? And then if the girls want to come join me for like one day or whatever, that's fine. Or 2 days, that's, you know. If I want to meet them, I'll just say, hey, you know, I'll stretch the trip out 2 extra days after Adam leaves, you know, or something like that.
The Lamborghini yesterday. That's ridiculous.
They're pretty cool in person, though.
They're cool, but
oh, they're fucking cool.
I want to step out of a sports car if I'm paying that much money.
Oh, they're badass in real life, though.
No, I don't want a sports car. I don't want an SUV.
Right.
Period. Like, I don't care what it is.
One of my Thai friends has one.
I want a sports car.
Yeah. So basically, yeah. Now we kind of stumbled on something, like a whole new discipline, you know.
Yeah.
That you want to learn, or you're thinking about maybe I want to learn. I would say have an open mind, learn the kind of wisdom of the ages, which is what I learned from older guys who are now passed away. Everything I learned from older guys.
Okay.
Nothing from the internet, nothing from new guys. These are from old school dudes that were 70 when I was like 20.
Okay, nice.
And they taught me this stuff. Yeah, and I was a good student. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think it's time for me to implement it better, and also because it's like, no matter what you think, oh, this one's gonna be like this, or this girl's really cool, she's like that. It's the same thing.
No.
They do the same shit every time.
It's just like kids. You know, you gotta give them a Christmas present. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And no matter, they say, "Oh, don't worry about it. It's my birthday, but I don't care." You know. And then you give it to them, and they're all happy, right? You know?
Yeah.
Women are the same. You just have to play by the system, right?
Yeah.
Like even if the girl, you guys been married forever, on Valentine's Day, you got to do something. You know what I mean? You just got it.
Frying pan.
Yeah. Vacuum cleaner.
Vacuum cleaner. And you're like, and blindfold her, and then watch what happens.
Hey, babe, I got you a new apron to wear when you're making me food.
That's right.
That's awesome.
Staying on the rug, you know.
Yeah. Okay, here's some Astroglide for, you know, you're gonna need it, you know.
You're the only guy who really is asking the right questions.
Well, that's reassuring.
I kind of thought guys knew this from listening to my videos.
You know,
I'm kind of shocked.
Paul, I gotta tell you, man.
Did.
it's one thing to hear it, and this is why I'm kind of like kicking myself. It's one thing to hear it, and I've been listening to your videos, and I'm like integrating as much as possible. Then you get in the real world experiences, and then you run into a situation where you don't like it's not a what's it, like a muscle memory. Like it's not like a like I know once I do it enough, it'll be easier. And most of the time, I'm been pretty fucking good. Like last year, I ran into some issues. We talked about it, and then I was like smooth sailing for the rest of the year. But then you maybe I don't know, you slack off, or I ran into one that I didn't try. I didn't put in the effort. I didn't take it. I wasn't like ice cold from the start. I didn't do it the right way. But what I feel like is because I was kind of kicking myself. I'm like, fuck, I knew it. I knew better than this. Like I know what Paul's talking about. But then I just didn't do it. So I think a lot of it is just practice and implementing it, and then getting used to like that just being the way I do things.
You just gotta get the play-by-play.
Yeah.
Like you call me every single time she does something, and I'll just say, okay, do this, and trust me, it'll go great. And then it's complicated. It's like gymnastics or high diving, or you know what I mean, like
Okay.
taekwondo. It's complicated, right? There's a lot of things they can do, and there's a lot of things you have to know, right?
Yeah.
Jiu-jitsu, there's tons of things they can do, and but you'll start to get the pattern, and you'll have the basics down, the basic moves, and then from there the other ones will become obvious because the basics they teach you more than you think.
Okay.
You'll know, okay, this is wrong. I don't know what's wrong about this, but something's wrong with this.
Yeah.
And then you'll rethink the whole thing. So I would say no, you don't know what to do yet. That's what I would admit. I'd say I don't know how to do this yet. And then what do I do start to finish? Because you know how to do stuff, but it's not this.
Okay.
And then once you learn this, it's like no ego, no pride. Just learn it, like eating or working out. You know what I mean? And then you can always perfect it and make it your own. You know what I mean? But it's like it's wisdom of the ages, basically.
Yeah.
Learn through a lot of pain.
Say what?
Learn through a lot of pain, and a lot of guys ruin lives.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. All right. Well, if you're down for that, then I will take you up on that training,
100%.
and next time.
100%. That's exactly what I want to do. Yeah.
Cool. And then when I was thinking about,
pass this on.
Sorry, go ahead.
Once you get it, you can help the other guys too.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'm going to record every time too, so that way I can go back and listen to it.
Did you record this one?
I am. Yes.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. I'm not fucking around anymore.
This is sweet, dude.
Yeah.
We should fucking upload this one.
Okay. Yeah.
This is gold right here, man.
Yeah, because then you can watch the transformation and the play-by-play, which is going to be really great. So.
Yeah. The reason why I don't teach this stuff so much is because that it's a big dog channel, and so a lot of guys don't want to have anything to do with it. But at the same time, when you know this, it will give you confidence, even if you don't teach it. For the guys that don't, it's just like you'll be able to help your friends. It's just key. It's just like a man should know this stuff.
Yeah.
Really, step by step, should know how to handle himself in these situations with the best, basically, jiu-jitsu skills that have been tested and tried. Like the laws of gravity. You know what I mean? Like they've been absolutely, they are the best theories that we have about reality. Speed of light, gravity. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The speed of a falling object, things like that. Like these are just basic physics of the way that you can keep control. Because what happens if you don't know these things, no matter how smart you are and how cool you are, in fact, the cooler you are, the worse it is. Like the cool guys are the ones that get trapped the worst.
Yeah.
I can go into that in another video, but that's true.
Yeah.
It's absolutely true. I've seen it in my life. I'm not saying that just out of my, oh yeah, trying to give people ups if they're not good. No, the coolest guys, they fall the hardest because they think they're doing it right. So they really don't worry that much. So they're like, I don't need to start from scratch and learn this stuff. they're like, basically, I've had a lot of success. You know what I mean? And those are the guys, they don't know what they did right. They don't know what they did wrong. They keep doing the same thing like you're doing, same thing over.
Yeah.
And you're like, you really don't know how to get out of it. And you're thinking at the beginning, you're kind of thinking it's her. It's not. It's totally not her at all. It's totally you 100%.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
So once you get it, is they will change, right? That's one of the problems. Is once you get really good, you just aren't that frustrated anymore.
Well, that sounds
no matter
good.
what happens, you're just not that frustrated. So you don't jive with some of the other stuff, right? Because you don't really care about family courts or anything. Because you're not going through it, right?
Yeah. No, I was thinking about this morning actually when I was getting ready for a call. That I'm actually really glad I didn't stay in that just like MGTOW, I'm gonna do just walk away kind of mindset, because actually going out with women, picking up girls, running into these experiences is showing me like flaws and aspects of myself that I need to work on. And so ultimately I'm growing and learning and going to become a much more kick-ass guy and have a better lifestyle by going through this intelligently and with someone like you to help me guide through it. Versus if I was just like, oh yeah, I'm done, and then could just ignore all the aspects of it that was my fault. So.
Well, also the key thing is you're doing it in another country. Thailand, Japan, you went to all the summits, you're Mexico, you're doing a lot of things right because you're doing your practice, right? They got what's it called? A flight, what is it called for the people that want to be pilots? They do that software.
Oh, simulator.
Simulator. They do a simulator, right?
Yeah.
And then eventually they fly a real plane with humans in it, right?
Yeah.
And so what you're doing now by doing it overseas is simulation, right? And you probably never will want to do the real thing over here. But overseas, you can always get out of it.
Yeah.
You can always just disappear, right? So, you know what I mean? If it's in your hometown, like your mom knows, it's a total fucking, just a shit show,
Yeah.
It's just a nightmare, you're putting yourself at unnecessary risk. I mean, you're doing so much stuff right, dude. You got the basically nomadic job, essentially, right? You're meeting tons of people. You're learning like crazy, and you're doing anything testing outside the U.S. And any moment you can just take off to Thailand or whatever,
Yeah.
like you did last year,
Yeah.
And so
I plan to
nothing
again.
is really that serious.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, it's only quote not even serious, but it's more just I didn't like what I did or what I'm experiencing. So I know I agree with you. Like it was my fault. And I hate feeling this. I don't like feeling this way, which is basically, like God damn it, like I fucked it up, or and just kind of weak. And so
No, it's neat. But the thing is, it's neither of those things. It's neither of those things. It's like I guess the best example I can think of is like you're a street fighter, and you've won a bunch of fights, but now you're going against, let's say, jiu-jitsu guys.
Okay.
You need to learn the moves. There's no way on your own you're going to discover all the wisdom that came down from the years of jiu-jitsu fighters. You know what I mean?
Ah, yeah.
It's like you're a good street fighter. You're out there doing it. You've got the basics that make you superior when you do professional training, right? But there's no way on your own you're going to figure it all out. You at some point when you're doing something serious, you need professional training, right?
Yeah.
And then once you have that, then you can take that and use that in street fights or whatever you want to use it in, right? Or you can just use it in confidence where nobody touches you because they know that guy's bad. That guy's got confidence.
Yeah.
Like I don't know why he's either packing or something. I guess I'll hit somebody else, right? Fuck with somebody else. So that's the thing. Is that you didn't do anything wrong at all. It's just that you didn't know the moves.
Okay.
So I'll teach you the moves next time.
All right, sounds good.
And it only happens in real time. Like this is the problem. This is how I'll just end on this because everybody comes to me when it's over.
Okay.
And I can't fix it for them. And they're not like you. They don't really listen. Most people, they just come to me and say, how do I fix this? How do I get her back? And then it's just like, dude, they're asking the wrong questions. They didn't ask when there was still a chance of success, right? They didn't ask when there was still, they asked after they lost all their money in Vegas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How do I win it back? It's like, that's not when you ask for help. Like, you just lost your house, all your money, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, okay, maybe it is a good time in a way if you're really very, resilient guy, yeah. But it's better if you realize, like, hey, maybe I don't know how to gamble against professional gamblers. Maybe I couldn't just jump in a UFC fight. You know what I mean? And kick ass. maybe I do need, some training.
Yeah.
And again, like, anybody who gets the training is by definition pretty fucking badass. You know what I mean? Like, that's no joke.
Yeah.
So don't think bad of yourself at all. Like, you're right there. And it's like, we weren't aware, and I wasn't aware either. I kind of thought you picked it up by osmosis, but I remember how I learned. And it was just like I'm telling you. I had a guy in my group, my mentor, and two other guys, and we would just hammer each other. Like, you did this? What the fuck? or one of us would be driving by, right, and see the other guy doing something dumb, and then call him up, say, well, what the fuck are you doing? I saw you with that chick 2 days in a row. What the fuck are you doing?
Oh,
You're
okay.
fucking insane.
Okay.
And then I'll be like, how did you fucking see me? You know what I mean? He saw me walking from the station like 2 days in a row.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And I kind of didn't know what I did wrong. It's kind of this, we were all learning, but some guys had more experience because they had learned from my mentor. My mentor was in Minnesota, right? And we were all in Tokyo. We were all being mentored by the same guy. So he would come by once in a while. And then one guy was mentored by him the longest because he was from Minnesota. So he had learned more. So he was the hard ass, right?
Mm.
And then he taught me. And then eventually I was much better at picking up girls than any of those guys. So the whole dynamic changed because they kind of, like, all the guys kind of turned on me because they knew the rules, but they weren't good at getting the girls to do the rules on.
Oh.
So they got jealous.
Okay. Well, that's not a problem that I'll have. I'll have plenty of what do you call it?
I mean, you're going to be that guy.
Okay.
You're going to be the guy like me. Like, you're going to be the guy that's going to, because you're very good. I've seen you in action, So you're going to be the guy with the other guys. But anyway, in every group, there's different people can learn this stuff. They can understand. But you learn faster if you have more practice, right? More simulation.
Yeah.
Definitely. And then once you really learn, you'll know for life. And these rules are super, super important because I guess as I teach you, we can kind of unpack them and how important they are for life in general. It's not just for this. It's like you're like keeping your dignity,
Wow.
You're protecting your heart and you're protecting yourself and your time.
Yeah.
And you're maximizing your fun.
Yeah.
And you're also doing it right by human nature. So that, like when the girls would meet me, like it would be explosive, because they waited a whole fucking week, right? Talking to their friends, thinking about me, They'd send me a million messages, but I would only reply to like 1 out of 20 or whatever, 50.
So you don't even in not just spending too many days with them in a row, but you also don't talk to them every day.
Oh no, hell no. Oh my God, are you insane? No.
That's definitely something I've been doing wrong as well at times, for sure. Or most of the time.
That's what guys do. They fit out this text or whatever, It's just like, no way. You gotta, okay. We'll go. Well, I think maybe next time.
We'll go into it.
You could show me your chats, and then we'll go over. We'll look at the dates and everything, and then we can and then when the next girl comes along, we can you can forward them, right? And then I'll be like, nope, yep, nope.
Okay.
and then so you have to do it from the beginning.
Okay.
So We'll end on this. So, for example, let's say that I'm out on the street and I'm talking to girls, right? Immediately, I'm going to high five them, spin them around, put my arm around their waist, laugh, push them away, and all that stuff, right? The reason why I do that is because then we are very naturally, playfully touching each other, right? Because she'll come up and bump me with her hip, you know what I mean? Or she'll like push me out of the way when she's trying to tell her friend something, like as a joke, you know? Like there'll be this playful physical interaction, right? But so the thing is, if I don't do that, then you get that thing where you're like on a date where your arm is like 10,000 pounds and you can't put it around her. You know what I mean? There's that. You haven't ever touched it all, you know? And then you're trying. So there's things you need to do from the very first interaction in order to make everything go smooth. From even the very first time, there's stuff you want to do. The reason why is because then she thinks a few things. She thinks, oh, this is the kind of guy, he's like Italian guy, you know, uses his hands to communicate, you know. And then she also thinks, how do I feel about that? She says, I feel okay with that. Right? That's a big deal. Because otherwise, the back of her mind, she's thinking, what's going to happen when you know what I mean? Is it going to be weird? She's going to be thinking that. And she should be thinking that. But if you guys are already like playful and there's that kind of thing going on, she's like around the back of my motorcycle hugging me, you know, then she knows this guy knows how to touch people. Yeah. You know what I mean? And doesn't like make me feel nervous. So the way I face her, you know, like there's a lot of things I do that doesn't make her feel it's too intimate. It's playful. Yeah. It's fun. Right? And then that sets the stage for the next thing. That's why you don't want to ask for help at the end, because there's a lot of things you might or might not have established, right? So you kind of want to establish a lot of things in the beginning. And one of them is that, you know, for me, is that I'm not always on call. You know, because I'm not. I have a lot of things going on. Yeah. Sometimes I can't answer a message right away. I just can't. And then if somebody is angry about that, they don't understand me, because I will if there's nothing going on. But if there's something going on, then I'm going to do that first, right? So they kind of trust me. They're like, oh, he does get to me. But it's like maybe not drop everything every time, right? And it's kind of like setting like, okay, this guy has stuff going on, right? He's busy. But then when he does, now I see how he operates. Because that's what girls are doing. They're studying you. They're like, how does this guy operate? And then they love to study you like a scientist. Okay. You know? Very cool. So when you lay down the rules in the beginning, you're just letting her know, okay, this is how I operate. And then I think it's just much better. Trust me, it's not being always available is not a good thing. It is not. For her, for business, for anybody. For like anybody who's married. It's like you have to have your priorities, right? Yeah. And people have to trust you. That's the other thing. It's not a game I'm talking about. That's the other thing. I really want to end on this. A lot of people think, well, he's playing games. It's not a game. I have something more important than answering your message right now. Like, I do. That's why I'm doing that. And once they get to know me, they're like, that totally makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, I just got a call that my best friend's mom died earlier, right? That's why I wasn't available, right? Oh, yeah. So I wasn't going to say that, but you know what I mean? So people will get to know you. They're like, oh, okay, it's fine. He's got something going on, because they know. I think people worry, you know, do you give a shit? And they're like constantly worried. If somebody's too nervous or too worried, I can't deal with them, because I'm not here to fix them, right? Yeah. They have to have the emotional stability to be my friend, or to work with me, or to be a girlfriend, right? They have to understand, hey, this guy's got his life, he's got his plan. certain things I just won't do. Like I don't drink, right?
Yeah.
Even if everybody's drinking, like I don't drink. There's just certain things I'd love to drink. I'm not against drinking. Like I wish I could drink.
I know, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love a glass of red wine and a few bottles.
Hey,
too.
near beers are where it's at.
Near beers are awesome. It's like I'm not against it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I just can't do it. For me, there's too much of a price to pay, too much risk. Just for me,
Yeah.
And I don't give a shit about what other people do. But for me, it's the same thing with other things, right? So certain things you just have to like have your rules, and if someone can't live with your rules, then that's fine because they're going to find somebody that they can live with their rules. Or maybe they like people with no rules, which is a very bad sign.
Okay.
It's not a good sign of friendship. It's not a good sign of trust. It's not a good sign of intimacy. It's not a caring thing. It's not productive. It's not respectful. And until they hit the wall on that, you know what I mean? Like maybe they got raised in a family like that, where nobody could ever say any of these things. You know what I mean? Could never have their own time. Could never have something that's important that they're working on, that they're not going to explain to everybody. They're just going to have something they're working on. And you just got to say, okay, this guy's got obviously something going on, right? Basically, right?
Yeah.
And you're just like, there's always the chance that the message didn't send on the internet. Sometimes you try to send something, it doesn't send, or that his phone dropped in the water, or the 1 in a million that he didn't see it or he forgot. That can all happen. But that generally it's because the guy's doing something right now. It's raining. He's running. You know what I mean? He's doing something. He's cooking.
Mm-hmm.
He cannot answer right now.
Yeah.
And you respect him on that.
Yeah. One thing that's helped me with this is just having, other than doing, cool things a lot, is also just having multiple women, because then you just don't have time to respond to everybody at the same time, But
well, that's how I eventually, was able to, get the Jedi level.
Yeah.
Because I was too much of a nice guy. I just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The only way I got to Jedi level was because, and I've said this before, but like another girl's coming over right now. You know what I mean? So like, I have to get her out of my house. You know what I mean? Like there's no way I can let her stay. You know what I mean? It's going to be nuclear bomb. So then that helped me because I always, you know what I mean? I'm I can be a softie, but the reason why I got to Jedi level is because I think it's a combination of, I do like people, right? I do like them, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do bond with them. But at the same time, I learned that you do have to put the foot down sometime and say, no, I can't do this right now. Or no, I don't want to do that. And then just stand by that. And no matter what happens, you're just like, you're totally at peace with whatever happens. You're not testing anybody. This is not like a girl version of that, where the girls do a test. They test you to see if you're the right man, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's their job, is to test you, right? You're not doing that to them. Even though it kind of does end up being the same in a way, but you're not. It's not true. You're not doing that. You're just busy and you have a life.
Yeah.
And you have respect for yourself.
Right on.
So a lot of people misunderstand that, when I was dating like tons of those chicks, they think I was like, basically like at the whim, beck and call, I was not. I was free as a bird. I was meeting friends all the time. I was going camping and surfing with buddies every weekend. This is while I had like 6, 7 girls at the same time.
Wow.
I was going to AA meetings every night. I was helping newcomers. I was going to hospitals and speaking. I was going home to California once a year. I was like going to Thailand, like in the middle of winter, just to get out of the freezing cold Tokyo,
Mm-hmm.
And then, but it was at the same time I was dating all those chicks, so I was in control of my life. I was not out of control. I had my moments when things happened that I didn't expect, and you know what I mean. You're going to have bad nights, but in general, my life was very peaceful actually, because I kind of had to be hard, and one of the problems I got too hard. I think I just got to be an absolute drill sergeant with these rules. Like, and the thing is, it works. It works,
Mm.
but it can be kind of crushing to a girl too. So I think I took more of a middle line now in my older age.
Mm.
But I think it's good to go through that drill sergeant level too.
Yeah, you got to have the
Because
tool set or the judo moves first.
Your biggest danger is being a pussy. That's the biggest danger.
Yeah, yes.
So don't worry about the other side, because if you're even asking for help, you're not likely to go to the other side. That's not your biggest problem.
Yeah.
And especially with the story you told. That's not your problem. So
Yeah.
don't that's what people worry about. Sometimes I remember people, when I would work out, I remember some guy said to me, I'm worried about working out because I don't want to get like Arnold Schwarzenegger, And I said, don't worry about that. It's like, you're like 30 pounds overweight. You've never worked out in your life. Like, realistically, you're not going to look like him tomorrow. So don't worry about working out too hard. But that's what people do, right? They're like, that's the first thing they do. It's like a reflex. So they don't have to do anything and change, right? Oh, I don't want to go too much, It's like, you know what I mean?
Yep.
It's a defense mechanism. Yeah. Anyway, I better go. But, dude, this has been a great call. Send me this audio, and I'm going to upload this sucker right away.
All right, you got it, man. Thank you so much, Ronin. I really appreciate it. And I'm actually about to meet a new girl in about 15 minutes, so I'm going to get started on implementing it right off the bat.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Is this our first meeting?
First time meeting, and then I have another one tonight at 9, so we'll get back on it right away.
So on this first one,
Yeah.
is talk to her, laugh, and when she's on a very high point of just cracking up, that's when you look at your phone and you got to go to work.
Yep. Okay.
You're like, oh my God, this has been so fun. I just got a message. I got to go finish up a report. It's been awesome meeting you. Give her, whatever, and then leave.
All right.
Have some time off before the other one comes.
Yes.
When she's cracking up, that's when you want to. When you really feel like, is this the high point? This is the high point. Then you look at your phone. Oh no, I got to go to work.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, we're meeting for coffee, so
thing.
that'll be easy to do.
Usually with coffee, that's 45 minutes in.
Here's a good test too.
Yeah.
Does he know that? Has he kissed her yet? No.
No.
No, first meeting.
All right. Yeah. So go do that, and then we'll start the training here. After this thing gets uploaded and we get a little feedback.
You got it, man. Sounds good.
All right. Okay. See you, man. Okay.